So let's start with the basics of Neurographica. The first and most important element is the neurographic line. As you can see, it looks very unique. It's flowing, dynamic, and organic, just like shapes we see in the nature. The branches and roots of the tree, the contours of mountains, rivers, even continents. And this line has several key features. It never repeats itself along any part of its path, and it goes where you don't expect it to go. In other words, it's unpredictable. If you start drawing what your brain wants you to draw, you will likely end up with something like a sine wave, something repetitive and familiar. And when you draw like that, your brain is acting on autopilot, following old patterns, and no inner transformation happens. When we draw a neurographic line, we need to constantly redirect it, making it slightly different from what you would instinctively draw. And it's like having a tiny battle with your brain. It wants to go left, but you gently guide your hand to the right. And on the contrary, like it wants to go up, but you deliberately go down. And this is how we start building a new neural path, because the usual ones keep giving us the same results that haven't brought us any change that we desire. So we do things differently now. And at first, this might feel uncomfortable, even annoying or overwhelming. And some people experience headaches or other symptoms, and that is okay. It is simply because you are doing right now something new, stepping into the unfamiliar territory, and your brain is resisting. And if you have tried to read, for example, a book on philosophy, you will understand this kind of mental resistance. But here is the key. Exactly when you start drawing in a way that go against your usual habit, your brain starts to form new neural connections. And this is what people call stepping out of the comfort zone. But here you are doing it in a very gentle and creative way. And when you draw a predictable shape like a sine line, you stay inside all patterns and the patterns that have been forming throughout all of your life. And that's natural. We are humans. We tend to repeat things. We follow routines, eat familiar food, take the same routes, and say the same phrases every day. And actually, it's not bad. These automatic habits helps our brain to save the energy. But if we never try anything new, the brain stays stuck in those old pathways, and it simply can't come up with the new solutions. And how can we get different results if we keep doing the same thing? It's like having all parts to build a bicycle, but you want to end up with the car. I don't like the word impossible, but let's be honest, it's highly unlikely. And neural connections in our brain are likely, I like the highways for information. And when you draw a neurographic line in an unexpected way, it's like laying down new paths for those signals to travel. So the signal goes completely different way. That helps the brain come up with unconventional solutions, take new actions, and as a result, you get different outcomes. And that is how changes begin. And as we draw more lines on the paper, they will naturally intersect each other and interact with each other. And that is exactly what should happen. And each intersection creates an angle. And our brain reads angles as conflict. But here's the paradox. Conflict also means growth. And if you instinctively try to avoid intersections in your drawing, you might also avoid conflicts in your life, and with it, avoiding growth. So why is conflict growth? because the new always challenges the old. I think of the first time you handed your grandmother a smartphone. Her brain probably nearly exploded. And now she's sending you TikTok videos and maybe even already has her YouTube channel. So growth always comes with resistance, and that's totally normal. Our brain's job is to keep us safe. And anything unfamiliar can feel like danger. So we resist, and our body might react in all kinds of funny ways. Maybe you remember a situation where when you were studying something new or reading complicated book and you feel just you sleep, 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 and sleep. That's it. That's the only reaction you have, and it's okay. So that is why you don't leave the angles sharp, especially if it's just the beginning of the work. And in case you're just the beginner and didn't get used to this practice. So to bring harmony to this internal conflict, we do something very simple, but very powerful. We round the corners. Let me show this. Let me show you a close-up of how we do this. So when we round out the angle, the brain naturally sees a circle. And over millions of years, the brain has learned that round shape as safety. And you can't hurt yourself on something soft and round. And that's why our subconscious calms down what it see those smooth intersections. So that is why we are trying to make our picture as smooth as possible. And once you rounded the edges, your inner world feels like the conflict has been resolved. The brain no longer feels threatened and it stops resisting. And instead of triggering fear, you are creating a new neural node, a place where fresh neural connections can grow. And what once felt scary or unfamiliar now becomes natural.